So now we're on day 5 of Cheap Week, and this will be the last one, at least for this time. Right at the top end of the cheap bracket, and only just limboing in under that $50 cutoff, is this number. The Grant's Triple Wood Blended Scotch Whisky. This one isn't an own brand, finally. So, let's see what we've got in here, shall we? This is Whiskey. I'm John Chidgey. Always remember to drink responsibly in moderation and where and when appropriate. Feel free to like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, and visit engineer.network/whiskey, without the E, to learn how you can support the show. Thank you. Now, I'd never come across Grant's before, but it turns out they're wholly owned by William Grant and Sons, which should sound familiar since they're the ones behind Glenfiddich. Not only that, William Grant's brands also include the Balvenie, Monkey Shoulder, Tullamore Dew, and many more. The distillery that Grant's operates was only built in 1963. It's actually called the Girvan Distillery, making it relatively young in Scotch whisky terms anyway. They refer to it as the sister distillery to the Glenfiddich. Construction took about 9 months, and they bottled their first spirit on Christmas Day of that year. In 1990, their first patent still, also known as a coffee still, was installed for the manufacture of Grain Whisky, and it remains the only one of William Grant & Sons distilleries that produces Grain Whisky today. Another similarity for Grant's is their triangular bottle design, which bears some resemblance to the Glenfiddich bottle design, although Grant's bottles are a little bit more angular than a Glenfiddich bottle is. But the lineage between them is obvious when you know to look for it. The site was also the location of the now lost Ladyburn Distillery. That was demolished in 1976. That was when I was born. And that was about a year after it closed. Also in 2007, the Allister Distillery was also built on the same site. Now, Girvan is about an hour and a bit's drive, mostly south from Glasgow, and on the western coast in the lowlands of Scotland. They derive their water from the nearby River Girvan. In case the sheer scale of this distillery isn't clear, they produce 115 million litres of alcohol every year, and their 53 warehouses store an estimated of 10% of all Scotch. That's 10% of all of it. Crikey, that's a lot. So, this one costs $49.99 Australian for the 700ml bottle from Dan Murphy's. It has no age statement, it has a 40% ABV, and it is both chill filtered and coloured. It's considered to be, well, their only whiskey, at least the only one on the Australian website. In the UK, it's joined by an 8-year and a 12-year age statement offering as well. I guess that kind of makes this a core range whiskey then. The Grant's website has the following to say about their triple wood offering. We mature Grant's triple wood in 3 different types of wood. Virgin oak cask provides spicy robustness, American oak lends subtle vanilla smoothness, and bourbon refill offers brown sugar sweetness, resulting in a smoother, richer, mellower taste. Fair enough. They also have some tasting notes on their website as well, and they are as follows. On the nose, complex, clean with notes of ripe pear and summer fruits. On the palate, it balances vanilla sweetness with malty and light floral fragrances. And on the finish, it's long and sweet with a subtle hint of smoke. Sounds alright, actually. Certainly comparing to the other ones I've had this week. Let's see what she's got, shall we? Never tried this before. So I'm going to say that is a light gold colour, but again it's coloured, so it is what it is. Looking for legs. I swirled that just a little bit too high in the glass. Tiny drop just flipped out. Thick legs, quick running, which is exactly what I'd expect from a chill filtered coloured whiskey. Floral peat. Smells like a Highland. Smells sweet. Actually, and I mean, it's a wee bit grainy, and I don't mind a wee bit grainy. I mean, it's a blend. What do you get? You get what you get. Not a heck of a lot else, but it does smell sweet. I reckon summer fruits and pear. Nah, I disagree respectfully. Let's see what we get. Tell you what, that's all right. I mean, the mouthfeel's not spectacular. It's It's a bit thin, it's a bit watery, but it's not inoffensive. Can't really chew on it. It's definitely sweet on the palate. It almost tastes, there's like a little trace of like a toffee apple, you know, like a you know, like a red apple that's been dunked in candy or toffee, you know what I mean, toffee apple. It's not bad. The finish's got a little subtle hint of smoke to it, a little bit of peat on that finish. I mean, honestly, this is quite passable. What else is that? There's something else in there that I'm not quite nailing it. Hang on. Yeah, a little bit malty, a little bit of vanilla on it too. I mean, it's pretty good. It's not there's no complexity. It's not very deep, but it's actually quite pleasant. And there is a nice, consistent burn. Like, it's not sharp. It's not harsh. It's just consistent. It ramps up, plateaus, and fades off in about 10-15 seconds. It's given the price, it's actually not bad. It's not too bad. All right, so let's rate this puppy, shall we? First of all, it's cheap week, so clearly it's a 1 low for cost. It is ultra affordable, and honestly, I'm gonna give this a 2. This is actually drinkable. Again, I would probably prefer the Loch Lomond Reserve over this one. So, like, maybe it's a low 2 or it's a 2. Hang on, let me just see. I'm gonna use one more shot to see if I can split that. Hang on. Yeah, look, it's a low 2. Again, I come back to this. Would I go with the Loch Lomond Reserve? Would I go with this? Honestly, I'd pick the Loch Lomond Reserve. It's perfectly drinkable. It's not too bad. And if that's all they had, and I needed to restock a cheap Scotch, then this might actually be an option. I mean, and because of that, you know, it's a 2, and you know, the price, it makes it a green. So honestly, I have to admit, this is not too bad. It's not too bad, really, in the grand scheme of things. And I have to say, a part of me is relieved that that is the end of Cheap Week. It was a suggestion that was made to me that I should give this a crack. I've got a couple of bottles there that I need to figure out what I'm going to do with, because I'm probably not drinking them. But hey, it is what it is, I suppose. Either way you slice it, it's over. Cheers. I'll see you next time. That's all right.